I can't guarantee it's gonna be fucking any better. Hello, we're live. We're getting ready for the second half now, but I'm trying to see if I can get any of this to actually work. I'm having severe issues tonight with a lot of different things when it comes to the stream itself. So I am very sorry if there are any problems right now. I don't know what my issues have been, like why I'm having issues. I'm just hoping I can get it fixed, and hopefully I did fix the issues. Okay, so now I got 60 FPS back on. So far the stream is starting off stable, at least. Like I said, I'm just having a lot. I've been having a lot of issues, so I'm just hoping this is gonna be perfectly fine. I don't have everything fully set up right now, so I'm just hoping that I did fix it. I'm nope, nope, nope. Immediately, I'm having issues right off the bat again. Nope, immediately, immediately. God fucking damn it, dude. I don't know what to do. It's like jumping up and down. Like I'm just it's the bit. It's for some reason my bit rate. I was assuming I could fix it by changing a couple settings real quick and like toning the bitrate down even more, and then taking away low latency mode. So it's like there's a there's definitely some delay going on now. It's not going to be like immediate. So I'm hoping maybe the just a couple moments of delay will help fix some of the problem, as well as being in the right settings. So please cross your fingers, because like it's been depressing. But the Dolphins and the Bills are tied 14-14 right now at halftime. Shocker, So hopefully the Dolphins can keep up. That would be pretty sick, to be honest. Who knows though? Let me finish this up. I gotta put in the stuff. Do 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 do. Boo boo. Uh, shit. Sorry. Like I said, I'm trying to get everything fixed up. It seems like everything's running better now. I'm assuming maybe with the latest update there was an issue with maybe OBS has a slight issue when it comes to uh low latency mode, like ultra low latency mode. So like full on real time might not be possible right now with the most recent update to OBS. Maybe. So turning that off, fixing the issue where 60 FPS was not on for the stream, that seems to also fix it a little bit, and also dropping my bitrate down even more. Everything is running smoother, it looks like, so I guess we'll be fine now. Learning as we go, though. Oh, I spelled Buffalo wrong in that one. Buffalo Bills. Hopefully I spelled it right in the title. If I did not, okay, no. Action, let me fix the Thank you. Thank you. This entire time I've been rocking no sound. Thank you, Riley. This entire time I was basically talking about I've been having severe bitrate issues. I've been trying to. This is like the fourth stream. Fourth time I've been trying to stream this game tonight. I've had issues on the Aquavale channel. I mean, the Aquavale Sports channel. I've had issues with this channel right here. Now I'm back here again, and I think I fixed the problem. And it looks like it was a mixture of maybe like my 60 FPS mode being glitched, and a little bit also of what I think is the ultra low latency mode for the stream was glitched or something, because I am now rock smooth with the bit rate now, where when I was on ultra low latency mode, it was, absolutely miserable and not working. So yeah, there might be like a 20-ish second delay, but it'll be fine. No, it was not. It was not fun to deal with. It was so stressful. Like, I now have a little bit of a headache going on simply because of all the stress that first half was giving me just from the setup itself. Not the game. The game is going fine. The Dolphins are tied with the Buffalo Bills on Thursday Night Football, which is not what I was expecting. But it was all the stream itself. I'm just, like I said, I'm just hoping that was the issue. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. All I know is now that it's actually working, I will be right back. I'm going to go pee-pee. Oh, it's the start of the third quarter. It took all this time for me to fix the issue. The Bills are going to have the ball to start the second quarter, but please give me a minute. I have to go pee real quick. Let me get this on. Pay break activated. And the Dolphins are doing good. Oh, I can at least be ready and happy now. Damn, you're a fat. Well, it wasn't that much of an actual a shit ton of pee. It was just I kind of have a little feeling, so might as well just like get it done before the second half actually starts. So that's what it was. It wasn't like a full on. But why do you want to know? Why are you so curious about how fast I'm peeing? That is a question. Is an interesting question. I quickly pee. Well, everything seems to be fine now, so I'm probably gonna, like, if anything, keep this set of settings. It's gonna be a 3rd and 3, it looks like, for the Dolphins, or for the Bills offense, I mean. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta fix this as well. Reset those. I always forget getting on that. Why, you ask? Because anything to do with PPs, I'm not... Yeah, not fair. Fair. I'm not gonna judge. Oh, it's a yard and a half. Okay. Can the Dolphins defense actually step up here and actually do something? Nope. First down, Buffalo Bills. But there's a flag. Are they gonna flag the Dolphins? Well, what was proud of them? Hopefully they can win it. Well, if they at least keep it, you know, if they can at least be competitive, I'll be fine. Like right now, they're being competitive. They're actually fighting. This is the best team in the league right now. First down, Bills again. So like at least keeping it close with the number one team in the league. I'm fine with that. You know, I like I said, I'm expecting a loss first and foremost. So like I'm not. Oh, knocked down, but he also threw past the line of scrimmage, I think. Yeah, that was a bit of a hold.
It's just a bit of a hold. Just a little one. It's a slight little hold.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, everything is, you know, like I said, everything is looking good. So I can be happy now. I could be happy. I can be calm. I can be cool. The stream is actually functioning. The stream is functioning. Well, I don't know if that is my Paimon. And Josh Allen's running for a touchdown. And there's a fight. And a Dolphins defender is down. Yeah, just a little bit. And it's just like, come on, guys. Just a little bit of a fight. Not a severe one. And the Dolphins gave up a touchdown. Almost. Dolphins defense is starting to show their butts again. Dolphins defense is not doing enough work right now. That was a hold on by Shakir. One of those blocks was a clear hold on Shakir. But do you know they're not going to call that? Because obviously, you got to give the Bills an easy tutty. About to turn this game into maybe. And, yep. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that was a bad thing on Brooks. Yep. Yep, they had a great play. Yeah, no, that was definitely on Brooks. It's just taking extra time to give them the fucking touchdown. Like I said, just extra time on that. Just took extra time just to get that touchdown. Mostly because Jordan Brooks better get a fucking scolding on the sideline. They better give him a scolding for that, because that could have ruined the game. Because that could have ruined it. I bet you by the year 2035 there will be actual robot AI controlled football teams in the league called the AI Football League, and it won't replace human players, but will be I've been thinking about that. That's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen. I'm gonna take my headphones off because I'm also gonna grab some snacks. I'm gonna talk about that in just a moment though, because that's just something that is probably gonna happen. Oh, shoot. Snickers. But yeah, when it comes to like, are we talking about like AI simulation, like a Madden simulation, like a sports video game simulation kind of a thing, or are we talking robots, robot or AI robots playing the game? Because there's two different ways this could go. One is the AI Madden simulation game, and that's already happening. There's many channels on the internet, on YouTube, that are simulating games with like Madden, FIFA, and the MLB games, and be able to simulate the games like that with game AI. And that's one way you could do it. I highly doubt that's the way they're gonna do it. That's already done. That's never gonna replace actual people. What I do think might actually replace people, could, well, not really replace, but have their own league, would be a robot football league. There are already robot football leagues, like in China and Japan, where they have robots playing, football, not American football, but actual, the worldwide use of football. China had a robot Olympics a couple weeks ago, and one of the sports that was being played was football. They can actually play that very well. They can play football pretty decently with kicking the ball, running around the field, and doing that kind of stuff. That's something that could be. How early could a robot do the same kind of throwing motions and running, and tackling like in American football? I don't know. That's the real question. How long would it take for that to actually become a thing? I don't think we're there yet to call it by 2035. I know that's a decade away, but where robotics is, we would have to see a massive leap in the next like 5, 6 years before they even think about making a full-on football league, or actually it getting big. What I could see before a robot American Football League would be real steel coming to life. You know, I could see a robot boxing league coming in first and foremost. That makes a lot more sense to come before it. By 2035, maybe we'll see a robot boxing league, because that would be huge. I wouldn't really see a robot American football team. And bad blocking scheme again. They are having really bad blocking scheme on the fucking screens, and they need to go away from the bubble screen bullshit. Maybe, but if we're using AI, why would we be fighting on a battlefield? Why would they be fighting? Why would the AI slash robots be fighting on a battlefield? Is the question. Like, maybe in the beginning, we'll have, like, AI soldiers. We already have AI, like, wingman planes in development to be able to fly alongside actual pilots. But I don't, and we already have some idea of robotics being used in warfare. But if we're using AI, actual robots, mechs, and exoskeletons, I'm not sure they're going to be exactly that way. I'm not sure they're going to be absolutely 100% like going into warfare. To it with a long ball. And Tyreek fucking whiffs it.
Butterfingers!
And then a Bills player's down. No, I'm not meaning like that, but I mean like, why would the AI want to go to war? In a sense, why would the AI go to war for us when they could make life easier to live, for first and foremost, and come up with ways to prevent war? I think I think we're looking at it in the wrong way when it comes to like AI. I don't think when it comes to AI that we should be looking at it as when do they go into war? When are they going to fight for us or fight against us? I think it's when will they stop war from happening? I think is what we should be looking at in a sense. The humans who are for peace, not the ones who are so. Well, that's what I mean. Like they would probably find a better way than to go to war. I would assume, but that's just me at least. I don't think they would. I think more and more so that, at least in the beginning, maybe exoskeletons and like mechs could be a thing, human piloted mechs or human controlled mechs, and then AI maybe helping out here and there with like the wingman program, AI soldiers helping helping soldiers off the battlefield, etc., things like that. Maybe I don't know if I see them directly fighting in the war though. I don't know. I just think if there is a super intelligent AI, it would probably try to find a way around war. Well, yeah, that's where like I think AI would be a bit better, would be a bit more into it probably. It makes a bit more sense because it's not actually war, it's not actually, harming anything. It's more sport. It's more sport, more fun if AI can actually comprehend fun, maybe. Be a bit more interesting in that way. But are we gonna get like giant robot mech boxing matches, like real steel where you have to control them, or like shadow box it, or are we gonna get full on AI that's going to go out of their way and like fight each other by themselves? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting regardless. Um, Muffed it. Damn it. What? No. What? 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 You'll behave. Behave, baby. That would have been so nice if Bonner would have gotten that. Like, come on, Miami. Do something good. There we go. Jack Jones is back on the field at least. And actually doing something good. Why does everyone love to tease me so much? Is it because I'm like weak and effeminate? Or like, come on, what is this?
This is not fair.
Come on, Miami, get the defense going. Corner blitz. Dolphins defense are keeping it in front of them right now. It's gonna be like 2nd and 8, 3rd and 8. Fair. Come on, Miami, do it. If the Dolphins can stop them right here and get the ball back, that'd be nice. But they're really bad on 3rd down and 4th down, so that's what's gonna be. It's gonna be bad. This is Josh Allen, the so-called the so far MVP candidate for the NFL right now. He's gonna run it. He's gonna take it into his own hand. Or the Dolphins actually do it. They do it. They stop them. The defense did it.
The defense stopped them. What? How could this happen? The defense is doing it. What?
Ow. Oh, it was a way. No, I think I did that. I might be stupid. Malik Washington with the ball and running out. I don't know.
But the Dolphins are gone. It's gonna be a game now. What the fuck?
The Dolphins get a touchdown and tie it. Crazy. Again, this is like coming at like after like halftime, fixing issues. So I didn't say it. I had the Bills winning 40-10. But apparently that's out of the water already because the Dolphins have 14 points. So it's just like
It's not gonna be 40-10. I'm at least happy about that.
and the Dolphins got a sack. I think that's cool. Now if the Dolphins keep it close to the very end, I think that's pretty decent considering where the Bills are in the power rankings right now, where everyone's looking at the Bills. Everyone says the Bills are the best team. Everyone's saying they're the best team. Saying the Dolphins should have got blown out. It's kind of nice that the Dolphins are kind of keeping up. Even though I'm kind of thinking it's probably more because it's a divisional rival. Instead of the Dolphins being any really good. It might just be divisional rival-itis with the Bills. They didn't have it against the Jets. The Jets got fucking smacked. The Dolphins, on the other hand, at least seem to be showing up, which is kind of nice. Some said sack. Oh my! You just want to see my sack. That's all it is. It's a nice sack. Where is my sack? It's actually over that way. Hang on, I got a nice sack. Hang on. I gotta go over this way. It's a nice sack. Look at it. It's a nice Adidas sack. It's pink and purple and black. It's got like some stuff on there, like the Pepsi 400, 2004 edition, Pepsi 400 pin right there. I got Pro Street pin. I got diversity pin when it comes to pew 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 pews because technically I do like pew 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 pews. I got your Pokemon pins and
I got a freaking dorkfish on there.
Nice sack, bro.
Nice sack, bro.
Yeah, it's a good sack. I've had that sack for many a year. It's a good sack. It's done me well. It's not it's not my everyday carry sack. It's my go to like conventions and like sporting events sack. And then I have a nice walk sack over that way that has like a nice big water bottle pouch and a pouch for an umbrella. So like if I'm going for like a long walk, I can like pull out an umbrella just in case it rains, which is kind of sick. I like it. Jesus. It's your go-to sack for that extra girth. All right, come on, Miami. Let's see what you guys can do. The defense actually gave the Dolphins a good chance on offense. Oh, that was a nice block. That figures. Tyreek Hill. He might be injured. Oh, that was a bit of a hold, but then he slips. Yeah, that was a bad run by Tyreek. It's 3rd and 5. Can the Dolphins get a first down, or are they going to go 3 and out too? Come on, Miami, get a first down. That's all you need. False start. How often do the Dolphins cock block? Just curious if you know.
All the time.
The Dolphins just got lucky on a false start. The Dolphins got lucky on a false start. Because the Bills called the timeout right before the false start was done.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, I fixed the problem. Ultra low latency mode is glitched and was causing all my problems. Okay, I fixed it. I fixed it.
And I'm happy.
The Dolphins are playing decent. And got lucky that the Bills called a timeout before, Patrick Paul false started. About to get sacked. And throws the ball away. That sucks.
Well, that sucks. I thought they were gonna get it.
They did not. Yeah. This sucks. I'm not losing hope. I'm not losing hope just yet. I'm still hoping for an Ethan Bonner interception. That would be amazing. That would be awesome. Right, Pip? Right. If we can get Ethan Bonner interception, I'd be happy.
Believe. I'll leave anything called love. Pancakes and guacamole.
I swear I heard you say Ethan Boner. No. I didn't say Ethan's Boner. I said Ethan Bonner. I know. But he's only in for like a little bit because, we have like 4 injured corners right now, and then Jack Jones magically came back from being the 5th injured corner, which was like bad, you know. And then we got to see Bonner for like a single play, and then Jack Jones came right back out. Like, I was hoping to see more Bonner, but then again, you don't want Bonner on the field. His hammy is still a bit tight right now, so I don't really want to see him on the field too much until his hammy is perfectly fine again. But by that point in time, the Dolphins are probably going to get like more players back, hopefully. Because right now we are depleted at corner, like bad. But seeing some more Bonner would be nice. Because I like Bonner. He's my dude. I can't hate the guy. He's fast, he's quick, he's got decent hands and decent coverage ability. It's just every single chance he gets blocked by, you know, Jalen Ramsey and Kendall Fuller. You have Storm Duck coming in last year. This year he starts off the season with a hamstring injury, so he's just now technically okay to play, but they're still trying to be careful with him. I'm hoping he can actually come in and play a little bit, but I wouldn't be too mad. Jack Jones sounds like a perfect name for a backup tap dancer live stage performance. For God dang it, you're not wrong. Jack Jones does sound like a backup dancer for Sammy Davis. Even though Sammy, oh god, that would be kind of funny though. Makes sense. Nope. Allen ran for like 6 yards. I thought Phillips was going to get him for a minute there. All right, 2nd and 6. I made... you kind of did. Because to be fair, Jack Jones does sound like, you know, a tap dancer. No, Jack Jones, tap dancer.
Jack Jones, the magic tap dancer. He can tap his feet and tap your heart, baby.
All right, they're doing a bit of a rush. I would love if the Dolphins defense can stay up again. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, are you gonna whistle?
You gonna whistle or you gonna let them push each other over?
Come on, Dolphins. It's like 3rd and 2. Okay, Dolphins hold them.
Me and Mr. Jack Jones, dancing in the sunshine, dancing on the stage, looking for a good time.
First down, Bills. That's the issue with the Dolphins.
There's like a perfect time to pick the ball off.
Let's see what it looks like from behind Allen. Oh, yeah, no, he was wide open. Sealer is not very good with coverage, but, you know, that was... You know, Shavers was in the nice spot, right in the zone. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know how well he can handle them balls. We do need to stop him on defense again. We need to stop him right now. That was a good first down stop. It's 2nd and 10. If we can slow him down and not let any more first downs happen, or get a turnover, it'd be huge. I don't think Josh Allen is going to make a big enough mistake to turn the ball over. I can hope. And he messed up. His receiver was not ready. It is 3rd and 10. Can Dolphins please? Please. Come on, Miami. Stop him here. Get the ball back and try to get a touchdown. Dolphins defense is definitely doing enough right now to try to help the offense. Now the offense just has to do their job. If the Dolphins defense can stop them right here. Fourth and 10. Dolphins defense did it. They stopped the Bills. This is the kind of Dolphins defense I was kind of hoping for to start the season. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of like feeling good right now. They're putting pressure on Allen. They might not be hitting him enough, but they're definitely putting the pressure on him now. They're definitely pushing his offensive line back. And the corners are starting to do better. The linebacking core is starting to do better. Now the Dolphins offense has to start doing something. The Dolphins offense now has to start going. Wow! I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was like this. I do not look good enough for that, but we'll figure it out. Depending on how everything goes, Saturday, possible film stream. Possible. For you, Riley. Possible film stream. But that's if everything goes right on Saturday. My Saturday is going to be a bit weird, I think, right now. Like, come on, Miami. Achan. Almost to the first down, but he definitely shimmied out of that one. Need to good. What do you thought? We didn't, unfortunately, get a good return, but it was just about a basic return. If you do that, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But you never know. Hopefully, everything goes right.
Because I'm going to be finally going to see my sister Saturday. And depending on how that goes, seeing my niece for the first time. Oh, they're definitely blitzing right now. First down. Gordon still going. Gordon had a nice run. They tried to blitz and tried to get quick around the edge to stop that run, but it did not work. Ollie Gordon got that first and kept going. That was some decent blocking, actually, for the first time. Julian Hill actually did a good job blocking. What? Julian Hill blocked pretty decently? On a running play? No. Who would have thought? And never mind, Ollie Gordon got absolutely destroyed. That time he got absolutely destroyed. Run, eat the clock. Good blocking. Yeah, I'm going to see them, depending on how that goes and how other things go on Saturday. If I get home in time, maybe. Do some Genshin, Fim/Genshin, maybe. But like I said, it just depends on how everything goes. Yeah. As I haven't done one of those in a while, and it'd be kind of fun to do it again. Julian Hill. Hill for the first down and then some, but there's a flag. Please be on the Bills. Please be on the Bills. No! Not again, Savaianaya. Not again, dude. Again? Not again. You mean dress hotness, there's no alternatives. Damn. Now it's 2nd and 17 because of Jonas Savannah. God dang, I can never say his name right. Dirk can. I can't. If the Dolphins can get close enough to at least get a field goal, I'll be happy. About the... Yeah, I know, it happens. It happens, it happens, it happens. 3rd and 14. That was such a good play. Julian Hill finally had a good play. He's actually looking... He looked fine. And then it's immediately taken away by Jonah. Oh, wait. We're on Dolphins right now. That kind of sucks. Yeah, no, Dirk can say his name perfectly fine. I said it once already tonight. Jonah Savayanai. Or Jonah Savayanaya. But it's hard for me to get it right. It sucks. I want to say it right. I want to be proper. Like, I can say Tua Tungavaloa, and I can say Ifeatu Melifonwu perfectly fine. But when it comes to Jonah, it's... I don't know. It's all the, like, vowels and the... You know, the dashes, and he doesn't have any dashes in his last name, but it's all the vowels in there, just like mixed around like a Scrabble set. It was just like shaking and just like shake, shake. There you go. Let's see what lined up right there. Oh, okay, Savayanaya. Okay, that's exactly what we're gonna call this kid. Like, god dang it, dude. It's just like, there we go. That's the name we're gonna go with for this family. Oh shit, I lost one. They're gone. I'm not... It's just hard because it's just hard for me to say all of it. That's it. I gotta find that. I will step on that and I will die at some point. I gotta find that dice. So I also try not to show my butt because I already know someone in stream would want to see my butt. Probably. But yeah. Jonah Savayanaya. If I'm saying it right. Like I said, just so many vowels. So many vowels.
It can be tricky without wings.
Can Red Bull give penguins wings that actually work and fly? Actually, you know what? That was great. That was actually great because it makes sense. It's like 40 to below zero, so then the freaking the Red Bull froze.
That's good.
Now the penguins won't fly. Sorry, Pip. Your wings do not fly. Your wings are not there for that. Make sure that Pip put Pip back where Pip needs to be. Come on, Miami. It's 3rd and 14. Can they do it? They're playing some backyard bullshit and getting nowhere. I think all they're trying to do is get the field goal range. They got some backyard bullshit going right there. We still love your Pip. They're actually going for it on 4th down. I guess they know something. I would have probably gone for the field goal, to be honest. To play it right. Never mind, Jalen Waddle with a 1st down and then some. Oh, they knew something I did not know. 1st down.
Miami Dolphins.
So instead of having like the worst 4th down conversion defense in the league, they decided, you know what? Fuck them haters. We're going to make a 4th down conversion now on offense. Okay. Okay. I see you, McDaniel or Frank Smith, whichever one it is. Okay. Just hopefully Tua doesn't throw a boneheaded interception. Because right now, this is a bit more exciting. Achan! Achan! First down, Achan. First and goal, Achan. If I ever toss Pip at your butt and he bounced off the smexy rump, is that actually considered a Pip stop? Why do you do this to me? Why do you make me read stuff like that? Like, it's funny, but, you know, okay, 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 okay. Second and goal. It would be absolutely insane if the Dolphins tied up again right here after two great defensive performances from the Dolphins defense against the consensus #1 offense. I don't think it's consensus #1 offense. I think they're like mostly like top 3. Actually, no. That might not be true because Josh Allen has not been having a great time passing this year so far, from what I remember. But they are probably the best team in the league right now. Touchdown, Tyreek Hill! Dolphins with a touchdown, and he does his somersault backflip. We are good again. It's a tie game. It's going to be a tie game if the Dolphins get the extra point. The is Jorge, you might have cold, you're feeling in your Nuggets, Jorge. They might have been right. The Dolphins are kind of decent right now. Tie game, baby. Tie game, baby. All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick because I got to pee, and I'm going to probably like get another bottle of water because I'm out of drink. Holy crap, Jorge. George, my guy, my dude, Sports Night. The Dolphins are looking good. I'll be right back. I got a pee-pee.
Got a pee-pee.
Alone. I got a pee-pee alone, Riley. Alone. If we didn't have like one more quarter left, I would have probably gone for another missed opportunity to have a sword fight at the Lou. Oh well. Next time, unfortunately, next time we can have a fight. We can have a sword fight at the Lou. You know, next time, not this time. Next time. This time, we're not doing that. Hmm. At this point, I'm probably very much used to most of what you're probably gonna say. Because I have a lot of people who come in once. I've had lots of people come in and be just like, yeah, PP suck. What the fuck? Yeah. You're not the only one who thirsts. Must be. No, no. I'm not responding to that one. The Dolphins defense, if they step up again, oh my goodness, I'll be a bit surprised. I mean, this sounds like something a kid would say. The PP suck. Never mind, the Dolphins defense gives up a nice first down to James Cook. Well, maybe, but it's a better way than, say, cock sucking. I'm just saying. PP suck sounds a bit more, adult. Oh, okay, so it was a single missed tackle. But then Dante Treader definitely got that. But now the Bills' offense is going. They're gonna, unless the Dolphins can get a turnover now, which I don't know if they will or not. They're definitely putting pressure defensively, though. You know what I would say compared to that? What? Just say it. Just say it. It's fine. I know what you're gonna. I kind of know what you're probably gonna say. All right, 2nd and 10. Can the Dolphins defense do it? If they can stop them from getting any more points right now, that would be amazing. And stuffed. Dolphins are looking like the defense is trying to look like they're keeping everything in front of them. They're trying to keep the Bills from throwing out and deep. They're trying to keep the Bills to keep throwing it inside, or trying to keep it running. Trying to keep everything in front of them right now, which is a good thing and a surprising thing, because this is a defense that was shredded by the Colts, was kind of shredded a little bit by the Patriots, even though they kind of stiffened up a little bit. And then coming in against the Buffalo Bills, the number 1 team in the league right now, I think, if I can remember what the power rankings were saying, and looking pretty dang... 4th and 7, the Dolphins are doing it on defense right now. What is happening here? I'm gonna be if the Dolphins do this, I'm already wrong on the score prediction. I predicted 40-10 Bills win, but I'm gonna be happy if the Dolphins actually win this right now. Is Jorge correct? Was Jorge correct? Was he the only person in the world correct with his feeling and his nuggets about it being a Dolphins win? Was he correct this last couple days? I'll lose my mind if the Dolphins can somehow pull this out. Almost blocked. Let me guess, running into the kicker. It's going to be running into the kicker, first down, Bills. Running into the kicker, first down, Bills. Damn it. God, another time. Why? Miami, why? Everything going right on defense, and then Zach Sealer with the most just game-ending kind of feeling fuck up on special teams. It's right there. It just gives them 15 extra yards the first down, and now they're new life, and they can get a field goal right as well. They could just go 3 and out right here and get a field goal, and they'll be fine. But they're probably going to get a touchdown now after that, because they got a new head of steam. They got new emphasis, and now the Dolphins defense is going to be like, fuck, we just did all this work, and then Sealer gave it away. McDaniel's mad. The big mad. And Sealer's on the sideline right now, too. He looks sad, too. He looks sad. Well, to be fair, he did ruin that for the Dolphins. Unfortunately, he gave them a first down, 15 yards, and knew how to steam to get points. But I can at least say that this game is making me at least confident that when I go to the Dolphins-Chargers game in October, I'm at least not going to like witness the Dolphins get absolutely blown out, hopefully. Hopefully it's going to be a good game. And hopefully the Dolphins might have a chance of getting a win. And then the Dolphins get a first down and then a lot. You'll feel better if you read my comeback to PP Suck if that helps your mood. I'd play the tip like a fiddle until you shudder, goose. Whoa, well then. Well then. I missed that. I missed that, to be honest, because I was reacting to everything else in the game.
Well then. That's some thirst right there.
All right, if the Dolphins can at least hold them to a field goal, I think that would be good. But yeah, I don't think they are going to be able to do it. I think the Bills probably going to get a touchdown. It would probably make sense. It was kind of a bad call, but also understandable. I wish there should be some context with that because like he's diving to block it, and you can't help it. But also, you have to be you can't just do that. And Shakir for a touchdown. That touchdown is on Zach Sealer, unfortunately. You can see on Zach's face, he's like, we held them to no points, and then I immediately gave them points. Gosh dang. And a double block. That was all on Zach Sealer, unfortunately. I don't want to say that about him, but that was 100% Zach's fault for special teams error. And because of that, it gave the defense a blow and the Bills offense like a full head of steam coming in on that. It was absolutely a mood killer for the Dolphins defense and a mood starter for the Bills offense. Well, no, he's not. It's just he had a very bad play, just a single bad play. He was doing good the rest of the game. It's just that one time when they do everything right and then he makes a single boneheaded mistake. Just one. And because of that mistake, the Bills got a touchdown off of it. Because it was going to be Dolphins' ball, have a chance to take the lead themselves, and then Sealer decided he was going to be a bit aggressive to try to block it. Unfortunately, trying to block the ball does not prevent it from becoming a penalty if you hit the kicker. But, it is what it is. Dolphins offense has to try to get back out there, and the defense has to figure out how to, get back on schedule after that. Pretty much, yeah. Mistakes happen. I will blame the touchdown the Bills got on Sealer's mistake because it gave them a full head of steam to come back in and get that touchdown and took the wind of the Dolphins defense because they just did everything they needed to do to stop the Bills offense. And then they have to come right back on the field and do it again. Hopefully the Dolphins offense can get going. Either way, this is a much better game than I was expecting. Hopefully the Dolphins offense can actually go get some more points. They didn't do it against the Patriots, but the Bills, maybe they can tie it up. Be kind of nice. If they go for a 2-point conversion, I'll be kind of worried because a lot of the times that they kind of suck at 2-point, but whatever. No, they didn't have a field goal. It was just a touchdown and an extra point. That's nice. Let's bring up that. Let's bring this up during the game. It'd be really nice for a D. Eskridge or Malik Washington punt return or a kick return for a touchdown. That'd be nice. Eskridge to about the 38. Oh, man. In other news, my nips are...
That's nice. That's nice. Lovely. Wow.
Random stuff to make you laugh. Yeah, well, surprisingly, I'm at half chub right now in excitement. Kidding. I'm very much kidding. I'm not. It's mostly a headache. Like my face hurts. Like my head hurts right now. Like I said, I would have another Mountain Dew, but it's already 10:47. The game's got 6 minutes left. I don't think that'd be a good idea to have like another Mountain Dew right now to kind of like take some of the edge off. The Dolphins gonna just decide to run the football every single down now. And Tyreek was out. Yeah. There's a screen and probably hundreds, if not thousands of miles in Muay, so unfortunately, no. 3rd and 8, Dolphins are probably going to go 3 and out and then give up the rest of the game to the Bills on another touchdown. They're rushing. Waddle with a first down. Okay. The game is still going. It's the thought that counts. Well, yeah, the thought does count. I will take that. At least it wasn't as bad as the 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 looking down in the shower thing from the other day. That one was crazy. What y'all were doing? That one was crazy, to be honest. 6 minutes. Dolphins with a first down. Achan running, got maybe like 2 or 3 yards. I'm like, come on, Miami. You guys have 2nd and 8, 5 minutes left. You're down by a single touchdown right now. Julian Hill. The tip fiddle playing and the drop, the bar, and the soap are some of the best stuff, but not even close to ultra level teasing. You've been save that for Saturday. Save that for Saturday. Don't do the full on tonight. Don't do it tonight. Save that for like Saturday or something.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Third and fourth, can the Dolphins actually do this? Timeout. Dolphins are taking the timeout. Now I'm worried about that. All right, it's 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. Down by 7. You better be. Yeah, I'm going to be worried now. Emperor level of evil laughter. Possibly. All right, come on, Miami. First down to Waddle, and then some. If the Dolphins can at least... If the Dolphins can at least tie the game. If the Dolphins can at least tie the game, and it goes to overtime, that's fine. But... they're going to give the Bills plenty of time. They have 2 timeouts. The 2-minute warning probably as well. The Bills are probably still going to come out with the win. Just simply because of how much time is left and what the Dolphins have to do to try to get a touchdown to even tie the game. And what would really, really suck is if the Dolphins decide, I'll bring a tower to wipe up after your... A towel? Well, that's lovely. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be lovely. Like, I'm not sure how much that's gonna actually affect me. A towel? Yeah, that's gonna be a bit scary. I'm scared, I'm scared, George. I'm scared. Were you correct? End around with Malik Washington for a first down. Are they going to mark it short? Really? Well, that's nice. That's cool. Good job. The stinky zebras. Were you right, though? Were you right? This is 4th down territory for the Dolphins, 100%. We're going to win. First down. After, I knew it was a first down. Thank goodness for the replay assist. That changes everything. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he definitely got that first down. Yeah, the Dolphins might be able to tie it up. I'm just scared. Are they going to go for 2? If they try to go for 2 and they don't get the 2, it's over. But if they get it, then there's a chance that all they have to do is stop the Bills on the Bills. Nope, Tua throws an interception. That makes sense. That makes plenty of sense. Game over. Well, thanks, Miami, for giving me any kind of hope again. Fear the Dommy Mommy, you bad, naughty little bit. Wow!
That's crazy!
Yep, no, Tua did that. Another game at the end of the game, boneheaded interception. Wow. Just absolutely boneheaded right to Bernard. Well, we don't. Well, it's pretty much over. The Dolphins are down by 7. The Bills have the ball now. And Tua just threw a boneheaded interception again at the end of the game, again to the opposing team, again, while trying to win the game, or trying to make a comeback again. This is the second week in a row where they just needed to get a touchdown, and then he throws an interception. Well, I do suck, but it's the point that it's just like, fuck. It's just like, fuck. I was just like, it was the point that I was starting to believe, like, oh my god, they're doing this. And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh my god, Tua did it again. Like, just absolutely ruined the momentum. And now now the defense has to come in and try to figure out how to do it. Oh, my head itches. Well, I'm trying not to, but it's 3 minutes left. 2-minute warning. Both teams have 2 timeouts, and it's the Bills with Josh Allen. They have to really, really try. They have to get like a stop real quick, or an interception. They have to either get they have to stop them real quick and get an interception, or not. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy.
Why are you trying to spank me on stream?
It's crazy. The Dolphins just they have a lot that they have to do now to try to make sure this doesn't go bad even more. Because if they give up another touchdown, then it's going to look really bad. Well, what's their explanation? Yeah, no, he definitely did not. Yeah. It's 1st and 10. Yeah, if the Bills get like 15 yards, they might be in field goal range. And then never mind. They just gave up a massive first down run. But there's a flag. Be on the Bills, please. If they win, you have to dance on the live stream in your underwear for the entire Pokemon series team. That would be against terms of service, but if I had an OnlyFans, I would give it to you and you would be able to watch that, but I don't. But yeah, no, I would hope that's a good start right there at least. Them losing, them losing that. If the defense can actually do this right now, get a pick 6 or something, or a fumble recovery, please. Give the Dolphins offense another chance to try to take it to overtime, please. It's 1st and 20. Are the Bills going to try to actually get the first down, or are they going to try to waste time and hope their defense can do it again? All right, Miami use the timeout. The Dolphins could do this. This would be a good turnaround. They're not behind that far, 7 points. 7 points. They're down by a touch, just by 1 score, basically. Just 1 score, but the Dolphins defense has to step up right now. They have to freaking do it. The Dolphins defense has to do something magical right now to give the Dolphins any kind of chance. If we don't have the chance, never mind. Never mind. It's over. It's over. It's over now. Mathematically, it's going to be over. They just gave up a 30-yard gain. Yeah, no, it's done. Well, that's fun. Yeah, they just gave up a 30-yard play. They're now firmly within field goal range. The Dolphins don't have enough time to get the ball back. They don't have enough timeouts to stop the clock. And all the Bills have to do is just wasted time to 2-minute warning, and then they have to get one first down after that. It's 2-minute warning. All they have to do is waste one. They just have to just get a first down. It's over. Good job, Tua Tagovailoa. Turn the fucking ball over. Oh, that sucks. They gave me all the hope. They gave me hope to turn the game around and actually get a W, and then I freaking fell for it again. Yep. Once again, the team looked good. I am not going to yell at the team. I'm not going to be upset about this loss. I already was coming in with a loss in mind. What I will be upset with is two massive boneheaded mistakes again caused an issue. Boneheaded mistakes are this Dolphins team's kryptonite right now. Like, sure, they have the next 4 games are not going to be as hard. They could easily go 4-3 in the next 4 games, and that's fine. They look much more improved. They look like they could now. But they're making stupid decisions, stupid mistakes. That Zach Sealer roughing the kicker that ended up being the game-winning touchdown. That was a problem. Tua again throwing another late game interception while down by a score is a problem. Dolphins defense being fatigued apparently and missing tackles is a problem. The defense was playing good throughout the entire game. Not great, but good. Tua was playing good until that interception, and Zach Sealer just had to make another roughing the kicker penalty. It just happens. It just figures that they gave me any kind of hope, even though I was expecting a loss. But, I guess it is what it is. Dolphins know how to do that. Dolphins know how to get you hyped up and then fail at that, then fail again. It just figures it's like the two things that they did, and because I think they did the punt, the running into the kicker during the Colts game, and then they did the game-ending interception against the Patriots last week. I think the running into the kicker was the Colts game. I could be wrong. It could have been also the Patriots game. But the Dolphins are doing that and making very stupid game-losing mistakes, and that's what sucks. No, yeah, at least it wasn't a blowout. I thought it was going to be like 40-10. You know that. I thought it was going to be really stupid, but thankfully I'm wrong. The Dolphins offense looked better. The defense looked better over time. They looked like they were playing a bit more. They looked a bit better all over the place. It's just two major mistakes. Two major mistakes is what ended it. Right there. They would have gotten that game-winning touchdown if Zach Sealer didn't hit the kicker. And Tua, they wouldn't be able to just win the game right now if, Tua didn't throw another boneheaded last-minute interception. Because the Dolphins were driving. The offense looked really good. The Dolphins' offense looked like they could have scored a touchdown. But unfortunately, again, just like last week or Sunday, Tua threw an interception on a good drive going into the red zone and basically gave the game away. It sucks. That hurts more because I actually had hope. I actually thought it was going to be actually a good thing. Surprisingly, though, the Dolphins have time, but they're going to get a field goal right here, and the game will be over, so it's not going to matter. Herman to playing like John Candy. Well, yeah, they definitely played better. every week they're getting better, which is good. And again, if it wasn't for the Zach Sealer roughing the kicker penalty, they wouldn't have had that touchdown, or at least the touchdown that got them the win of the game. And if it wasn't for Tua, again throwing a pick in the red zone, again boneheaded pick, the Dolphins might have had a better chance. The kicker call was too close. I know. I think there should be a distinction between running into the kicker like after the ball is like up in the air, like at a certain point, and just falling in after barely missing blocking it. I think there should be a little bit of a distinction between that because it was more of him falling into the kicker. Oh, they're gonna go for it 4th and 5. Are they serious? Are they literally gonna go for it right now? Or are they just trying to waste time? I think they're just trying to waste time. Yeah, they're just going to waste time. Now they're going to do a field goal and that's it. No, yeah, like I said, it's just bad mistakes. It kind of sucks, but unless they miss the kick, unless it's a kick 6, that would be absolutely insane. There is a chance. The Dolphins do have a chance. There is still a chance. But it's not, I don't think it's going to happen. The Dolphins don't have that kind of luck. All they got to do is the kicker has to miss the kick, has to miss the field goal. It's a 48-yard field goal. It should be pretty simple. Let me get this ready so I can give them the points, so then I can be ready to go to bed. Nope, it's good. Game over. Yep, that's the game over. Again, if it was not for Zach Sealer and Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins actually could have won. The Dolphins actually could have won. There actually was a point in this game where the Dolphins actually had a chance and the Dolphins actually could have won this game. It's sad that they didn't, but they did the best that they could against the best team in the league. Coulda, shoulda, didn't. No, I know. But they at least looked like an actual capable team. Yeah, he made it. Yep. It sucks, but it was expected. I don't know what they're gonna. Why would you put 2 on the field for anything? They would have to get a kick return touchdown, a onside kick, and then a field goal to tie it. That would be insane. That's not gonna happen. Unless they just fucking do it. The kick heard around Florida from that. Yeah, that would be crazy. They got 22 seconds, no timeouts, and they're down by 10. What? I would just kneel and be just like, I'm done. If it was still 28 to 21, I would think go for it. Just like fuck it. You have some time to do like some Hail Mary stuff, but I don't know what they're playing for right now. The game's over. It's 22 seconds. I'm kind of confused. I would kneel before another injury happens, but cool. Unless they're trying to just go for like a feel-good touchdown. Maybe. Or maybe, no, it could be just them testing out their 2-minute drill, like their 2-minute try to win drill for like in the future or something. Maybe that's what they're doing right now. Not real, because I don't think McDaniel is going to be fired after this performance. I think this was a good performance for McDaniel. I think right now this right here isn't really necessary to go for a win, but they're definitely trying to like practice that like 2-minute hurry up, um, try to win the game kind of drills because it's got 16 seconds and, you know, I would have laughed if he threw another pick. I would have absolutely laughed if he actually threw another pick right there. That would have been actually hilarious. Would you kneel before me if I help you find this? What do you mean? Riley, what do you mean? Explain yourself. Would you kneel before me if you had to find if you needed if you need help find what do you mean? You can't just be this that's out of pocket. You can't It's the end of the game, the Dolphins are losing, and you're coming up here and like you, me, shower. What happens? Okay, Malik Washington is going. Okay, is the game over yet? Yep, game over. Dolphins lose because of bad things, you know. I think this is the right button. Yeah, that's the right button. Notice me. 14 wins left, 15 meetings. No, the Dolphins had a chance. I'm not going to be mad about the loss. I came in expecting a massive loss. I came in expecting 40 to 10. I was expecting it to be a blowout. I was expecting the Dolphins to look like absolute shit. So no, I'm not going to be upset about this. I'm actually kind of glad because the Dolphins looked actually good for most of the game. They played inspired for most of the game, offensively and defensively. And the reason they lost were things that can be fixed, things that can be addressed. Throwing a late game interception again is difficult, it's hard, it's frustrating. But it can be addressed. Running into the kicker for the second time might be able to be addressed. Shoulda, coulda, woulda is a thing. And as much as I want to like be upset that they just didn't manage to end it and do it, I can still be happy knowing that if they didn't mess up as much, they could have probably won. Simply because they actually look like they wanted to win. Now they're going to be having a week off. They're going to be going up against the Jets. Not this upcoming Sunday, but the next Sunday, which is going to give them time to just sit down, relax, try to figure some things out, figure out what Tua needs to do to stop throwing late game-ending interceptions that ruin any chance of tying games or taking the lead. And they're going to try to, hopefully, look at the special teams unit and figure out how do we prevent more of this from happening? How do we prevent boneheaded roughing the kicker penalties? I don't know. I'm hoping that with this nail biter of a game that was coming down to the wire that could have actually went the Dolphins' way if everything went right, maybe they actually take this, McDaniel keeps his job, everyone cools down a little bit, which they're not going to do, and they look into fixing certain things. They look into how they can be better. Maybe pick up another corner or two or something like that. Because they were close, just not close enough. They were good, just not good enough. I just wonder what they're going to do and how they're going to fix it. Because Tua's problem with the interceptions and late in the game, that's a huge problem. But I think it can be addressed still, maybe. And then roughing the kicker, that can always be addressed. That's just, you got to be better kind of a thing. Get DC Weaver out. Sorry. Well, he had a good game tonight, but against the best team in the league. Though, even though their offensively, the Bills aren't the best, they did look good tonight and look better. Let me rephrase that. Josh Allen didn't look good, at least the last game from what I understand. At least when it comes to passing, he didn't look as good. It was definitely more the run game that was going freaking banger. And then, him also running. But they also are the best team in the league. And the Dolphins didn't do too bad. It's just, they still lost. Which, it sucks, but whatever. it gives me hope that maybe they can turn it around a little bit more. Like they can get a couple wins, and maybe I can watch the Chargers game, in person and see the Dolphins win. Maybe that would be kind of nice. I would love to go to Miami on October 12th, watch the Dolphins at home, and watch them beat the Chargers. I think I'd be very happy for that. Be nice. Be a nice, be a nice birthday gift. I'm just saying. When it comes to why I lost, knowing half the battle, G.I. Joe, the more you... What do you mean? G.I. Joe, the more you blow... Okay. Down Weaver, replacement... I don't know how serious you are right now, Riley. I don't know how serious you are, because those jokes are absolutely insane. Those are insane. Oh man, I just missed the freaking stat board too. Just missed the stats. But yeah, it was that right there. Just roughing the kicker gave him the lead, gave him that one leading touchdown, and then to his interception. Boneheaded, might I add. Very, very much boneheaded. All right, let me go find the stats for this real quickly. If it will actually work for me. Attention to the next. Okay, I'll pay attention to it in just a minute. All right, but I want to see this real quick. Tua Tagovailoa with 32 completions on 35 attempts, 65% completion rate, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception for an 85 quarterback rating, compared to Josh Allen, who had a much better game than last week at 22 completions for 28 attempts, 78 completion percentage. You have 213 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 141 quarterback rating. James Cook with 108 yards rushing, while the Dolphins had Devon Achane with 62 leading the team. Dolphins had Tyreek Hill with 49 reception yards. Again, they're spreading the ball out a little bit. Malik Washington with 27, Devon Achane with 29 receiving yards, and Waddle with 39 receiving yards and a touchdown. Wallace, the Bills had also a pretty nice spread. Kincaid with 66 yards and a tutty. Elijah Moore, 30 yards. Shavers with 24. Coleman with 20. Shakir with 45. They had a lot. They did really good. I think it was fine. Dolphins had that turnover. Dolphins also had a lot of penalties, which also sucked. They need to clean up the penalties. The penalties are definitely what helped the Dolphins lose. At least one very specific penalty. And then the turnover. But other than that, time of possession wasn't too bad. 31-28, Bills leading that. First downs, 23-19, Bills leading that. Total yards, 360-277, Bills leading that. It wasn't that bad. Total return yards, Dolphins had that. Total plays, surprisingly, the Dolphins came out with 59-57. And yards per play, the Bills just were doing it. It probably would have looked better for the Dolphins if Tua didn't throw that pick, maybe. Or if the Dolphins didn't, give up that, fourth down conversion to the Bills via penalty. But it could have been a very different game, possibly. They came up short, but you came up hard, so the stream was worth it. Even just half Chubb. At least the defense didn't allow 33 points. Was Tua sacked tonight? I don't actually think so. Oh, my mouse disappeared. Box score. The Dolphins got at least 2 sacks. Terrell Dodson and Bradley Chubb got sacks. When it comes to the Bills, of my eyes, they had no sacks on Tua, but they did have a interception, which kind of sucked. So surprisingly, the offensive line actually did a good job pass blocking against a really, really good Bills defense. If I can actually bring this up over here. Which one was the right scene? That was that one. No, it was this one right here. Actually, I should have been showing this entire time, but I am stupid. I am very stupid. But yeah, the Bills surprisingly had no sacks. They did get the interception, which was the game sealer. And yeah, the Dolphins surprisingly got 2 sacks on, or at least one was really a sack. I think it was Dodson's where he was actually running, and then they gave it to him regardless. Why is this so small? Why is my face cam so small? Okay, it's not bad. I think it wasn't a bad set. I think it was a pretty decent game for the Dolphins. Again, the Dolphins lost, but let's be honest, the Dolphins tried. They got beat by a better team, and we know why they got beat by the better team, which is, perfectly okay. I'm fine with it. I'm fine. They, like I said, they did better than I expected, and doing better than I expected is good enough, I think. But yeah, Dolphins offensive line did decent on pass blocking. Did not do as good on run blocking still. I think the run game could have been better, even though to be fair, they did have 130 yards rushing, which is not bad for what the Dolphins are doing. Let me refresh to see if maybe like there's a little bit of an update on the game stats. Yeah, no, that's gonna be where it is. But no, they didn't do too bad considering, which is good. There's definitely things that they could clean up, but I'm kind of happy with the result. Surprisingly, actually, kind of happy. They did, surprisingly well. My set comment should give me 100. Maybe. Well, the Dolphins are gonna have much needed rest, so are the Bills. I'm gonna about to go get cleaned up real quick and get some rest myself. I still have to go to work tomorrow. I'm at least happy I got some BRCC coffee cans, so then I can at least have some coffee in the morning and be ready to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, I did. I just didn't want to read it out loud because it was just gonna send me off. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty easy breakdown. I don't know if I'm gonna like when I'm gonna be able to break it down, but I liked what I saw from the Dolphins defense. I liked what I saw from the Dolphins offense. It's just once again they need to get the the boneheaded mistakes tied up. And they have the time now. They have the time to do it before the Jets game. The Jets look kind of bad, worse than the Dolphins did against the Colts. So there's a good chance that the Dolphins could come get their first win, get to 1-3, and then they have a good chance to go in the next 4 games to go and get 4 wins. By November, the Dolphins might be able to get to 5-0, might be able to be at going for a winning record. This might actually be the start of a turnaround. This might actually be a turnaround right here. It's a loss, but it looks like this could be the start of a turnaround. So, with that, thank you for watching. If you like, leave a like. If you dislike, leave a dislike. If you want to see more, subscribe. All that nonsense. I'm probably I'm gonna try some more thing. I'm gonna try like to do another stream on the Alcaville Sports channel. I might just say F it and continue doing it here. I want to separate it, but I might have to continue it here. I will be back tomorrow night for like some Genshin or something else kind of stream, and then Saturday, however, depending on how everything goes, I should be back again for some more gaming streams. I will probably upload, if I can upload the breakdown, like thoughts of the post game thoughts tomorrow on the Aquaville Sports channel. Just see how that goes, and then yeah, continue here for the moment until I figure everything else out. So with that, the only sport I know a lot about and a fan of is pro wrestling. Hell yeah, brother! I guess. Hell yeah, brother. I'm gonna end that with that. So with that, thank you for watching. If you like, leave a like. If you dislike, you want to see more, subscribe. All that nonsense. I'm gonna go. My face is on fire with a migraine going in right here. I'm surprised it actually lasted this long with the headache. But I figured out all the other issues, so we should be all good. Fuck yeah, it's tired. Goodbye.